Before we get into this video, I want to thank you guys for watching all of my videos and supporting my channel. Please smash that like button and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new videos. Hey, you can also support our channel by checking out Webull. They're actually giving away free stocks right now just for trying them out. And if you want to deposit any money, you can actually earn another free stock. The link's in the description below. Make sure to check them out. What's going on, Ape Nation? Great takeaways from the interview with Charles Payne and Aron. AMC reported a better than expected earnings. And the fundamentals are improving too. This interview is about 10 minutes long, so I'm going to make a part 1 and part 2. Check it out.
So yesterday after the close, AMC posted second quarter financial results. Revenue up more than $444 million. The street was looking for $375 million. The loss was 71 cents. The Wall Street consensus was a loss of 93 cents. Financial media headlines acknowledge the results, but disdain for the company and its ape shareholder community continues. AMC CEO Aron joins me now. And Adam, before we start, I want to say thanks for coming on the show. And I did watch, I got to say, I was a little skeptical about what was happening with you and the apes. And I watched between your conference call and you on TV earlier on another network. And I got to tell you, I completely understand why the ape community has put their faith in you. When you say that they're showholders, that they're your boss, you show them the kind of respect that so many people don't. So I got a lot to cover. I'm going to get to challenges, but let's look at the highlights from the quarter. I'm going to start with liquidity. $2 billion, is that enough to get you to profitability? And of course, everyone's saying if you got $2 billion, when will you share it with shareholders?
Well, first of all, there's a lot in there, Charles. Let me start with a little praise back. I've been watching very carefully what you've been reporting about AMC these past many months, and we're very appreciative of the coverage that you've given us. You've been very kind in your comments. In terms of the quarter, we did report a great second quarter yesterday. Now, you got to put that in perspective. We lost money in the second quarter, but yeah. We were so much better off than people expected. And we were so much better off in the second quarter of this year than we were in the second quarter of last year. We were so much better off in the second quarter of this year than we were in the first quarter of this year. You've got a sense that while we're not out of the COVID woods yet, this, after all, is still a COVID-infected world, you can see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You can see that recovery is coming. And we just have to, continue to work our way through and get to the other side. Fortunately, as you indicated, we ended the second quarter with more than $2 billion of cash in the bank or undrawn revolving credit line. It turns out that's the highest amount of liquidity that our company has ever had at quarter end in its 100-year history. And I know that to be true because the same thing was true in March, when we ended the March quarter with $1 billion of liquidity. That was the highest amount of liquidity at quarter end that the company's ever had. And just 90 days later, we doubled that. So we do have enough money, we believe, to get to the other side of this pandemic. We've, in our view, no one has a crystal ball. No one can guarantee anything in life. But from our view, we've moved from how do we survive COVID to how will we thrive after COVID.
Well, Adam, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you thrive
for day-to-day survival for a year. It's very nice to move on.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. You made some comparisons to last year. In these circumstances, it's probably best to make comparisons to 2019 to get back to where you were when you really were dominating the industry. One of the announcements last night, for instance, the Warner Brother deals. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It certainly belies the narrative that studios don't care about the box office anymore. Give us a few details there.
Well, you're right, Charles, and it's an astute observation by you. The agreement we announced yesterday with Warner Brothers is that in December, Warner Brothers said that going forward, it was going to take all of its movies to the home on HBO Max on the same day that it took movies to theaters. And they are clearly doing that to build up HBO Max, but they were doing it not only at our expense, but we believe at the expense of their own studio division. And they did it now for half a year. They watched the results carefully, and what they decided was that the old way of doing business, which is take movies out into the marketplace in theaters first is a much smarter thing for Warner Brothers, let alone for AMC. And so we signed an agreement that they've abandoned this whole take the movies to the home and theaters simultaneously concept. We've agreed that we're going to show all Warner Brothers movies in calendar year 2022 with an exclusive 45-day theatrical window, which means movies are coming to theaters first, and clearly that's in our interest. There's a train of thought now amongst a lot of studios that that's the way to go, and hopefully we can get all the major studios to agree to what Warner agreed to yesterday.
That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment down below to let me know what your thoughts are. And please smash that like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And make sure to check out my channel for other videos too.